like, no, you're just trying to avoid talking to chicks. I was like, there's some very simple things you need to know. But it got me thinking. There are these signs that let us know if somebody is interested to us. And yet most of us don't have a freaking clue what they are. And left to our own devices, we're going to interpret them not necessarily correctly. And you know where this comes from? This comes from bad breakups. Bad breakups completely mess us up. Now, I've been doing a lot of studying on this. You know when you build a memory, like when you actually think of somebody or you form a connection with somebody, do you guys know real neural pathways are built in the brain? Do you guys know this? It's like actual physical connections are built in the brain when you make a connection with somebody. So every morning when you wake up and you're with your girlfriend and the two of you are having breakfast, you got a connection about that breakfast. How about in jokes? You know, like every morning you wake up and you both go, oh, there's nothing funny on the TV again, ha ha ha. And you both laugh at some terrible comedian that you watch every morning who isn't funny. But that's like an in-joke between the two of you, you know? No one else knows that. It's your connection with her. And then when you break up, you know what happens? They are destroyed. Every single one of those neural pathways is now crushed. You no longer have that. You wake up in the morning, you sit down alone, eat your breakfast alone, turn the TV on alone, say the comment to yourself. You're a fucking loser, right? That's how you feel. It's done. Your entire neural pathways are ripped out. How about this? Would you like it if I went inside your brain, found all your happiest memories, and then ripped them out and went, you can't have them anymore? Does that sound like a pleasant feeling any of you want? No, right? No one wants that. You don't want that to happen to you. And that's why breakups actually cause pain. Like visibly, physically, mentally cause pain. They hurt. So now we're going to analyze, right? Let's just say, I hate to do this, but we're going to do it. Let's bring in that number scale. You know the scale of 1 to 10 that pickup artists love talking about? I hate it, but let's bring it in. I don't know if you guys know, my friend's got a 3-point system. I think it's much better. Do you guys know this one, the 3-point system? This is a credit to a very, very good friend of mine, to Luke. And the 3-point system is very simple. You either wouldn't do it, you would do it but wouldn't tell your friends, or you would do it and you'd tell everyone. That's the 3-point scale. So much easier. But yeah, so if we imagine the 10-point scale, let's just say you met a 10, and you're dating a 10, you're having a relationship, and then you break up. This is where you guys will separate. Some of you will be like, I'm going to get another 10, and I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to work out what went wrong and make it work. That's a certain type of personality. Some of you guys will be that guy. Some of you, when that 10 breaks up with you, you'll be like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to hang around with the 2s and 3s and let them chase me. And you know, if I have 8 3s, it's 24, right? I'm doing good. And then you know, you got some guys that like, you know what? I'm going to stay with the 6s and 7s, about roughly where I am, and we'll just be content. Those people just have like a content life. Nothing special happens. The ones that have the 3s, they have crazy things where they get girls to do crazy shit that they wouldn't normally do. And the ones that go for the 10s, of course, are being challenged every single day. Depending on where you are, depends on where you go. But it's because of that breakup that you get that reaction that makes you go and do something different. And so what happens is our brain starts almost like rewiring itself to think differently about talking to different types of girls. And we're going to refer back to that in a minute when we get on some psychological studies that have looked into this. About a week ago, I'm talking to another one of my students, a different student, a different city. And the student comes up to me, and again, we're going to talk about these signs that come up. And he comes up to me and he goes, hey, Adam, I've got a girl for you to come and pick up. Come and pick her up. And we've got about an hour left of like infield training. And I'm like, did you fail to pick up a girl? And he's like, yeah, she's really hot. No one can pick her up. Come and pick her up. Come and do it. Come and do it. I'm like, okay, let's just look at this for a second. I was like, what do you expect me to do? We've got like an hour left. I was like, what exactly do you want to see me do? You want to see me walk up to that girl, talk to her, pick her up, right in front of you there in an hour? And he goes, yeah, that's exactly what I want to see. I was like, all right, what's the situation? What we got? So we go and look at it. And he's standing in front of me, and I've got the set in the background. I was like, right, so let's just get this correct. The girl you're talking about is the Naomi Campbell lookalike sitting at that table of models with that rich guy that's paid for all those bottles. And he goes, yeah. I was like, that table that was the exact even ratio of males to female at that table, right? That's the girl. He goes, yeah, that one. I was like, right. I was like, you listen to anything I taught this weekend? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, what, you just go up there and do it in like 3 minutes? I was like, dude, it doesn't work that way. First of all, I've got to get in with the group. I was like, so I've got to start talking to the guys at the table and get them to like me. Because there's like an even ratio. I'm going to be taking someone's girl, whether they're dating or not, they're going to think it's their girl, and I'm going to have to deal with that. So I've got to get in with the guys first. What am I looking? To befriend a guy, 15, 20 minutes? How many guys are there? Like 4 guys? So I'm going to have to work through the group to work out which guy is with who so I can piece it together. I was like, that's an hour just there. I was like, then I've got to transition into the girl. She's the hottest girl in the group. So I'm probably going to have to work up to get to her. I might be able to go direct up to her, but I'm probably going to have to talk to one of the other girls first and then get to her. That's like 20 minutes, half an hour to that set. Then I've got to get the girl and pick her up. So now I'm looking at like what? Maybe one hour to really get a solid connection with that girl where she's gonna be cool walking away from me. I was like, what about all my other students? Am I supposed to just ignore them? Is that what's supposed to happen here? And he goes, man, I didn't think it took time. I'm like, what was I supposed to do? Just like go up and go, bam, I'm AFC Adam, I'm #1 pickup artist in the world, you should love me. No, that is not what's gonna happen. It doesn't work that way. I've gotta actually work it like everyone else. I was like, there are very few people in the world that can just go straight up to that girl and within 3 minutes, negotiate between the two guys that are giving the main entrance to the group and picking up that girl. I was like, that is not something that just anyone can just do just because they want to. And he goes, oh, that makes sense. I said, with that being said, watch this. And so I go over to him. And so I go up to the two guys at the lead of the table. I'm like, dude, I freaking saw your suit over there. Fucking love it, man. It's a really good look on you. I'm Adam. Nice to meet you. He goes, hey, nice to meet you. I look at the crazy chick dancing. And I'm like, oh, damn, girl, you got some crazy moves. And she's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, high five. So I move away from the guys, high five the girl. I was like, are these all your friends? And she's like, yeah. I was like, who's this one? She goes, oh, it's my friend, Naomi Campbell lookalike. I'm like, cool, nice to meet you. I'm Adam. How are you? And she goes, you're English? I was like, yes, I am. I was like, wait, so are you? She goes, yeah, I am. I'm like, holy shit, you miss England? Done. That's it. We're talking about England for about 10 minutes. The girl gives me a phone number. She wants to hang out with me. She moves away from me with the bar. We're hanging out. The student's like, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. You did that in like 8 minutes, and you said it would take hours. I said, no. I said, very few people can do it. I said, it's going to take you hours. I said, there's a couple of people on this planet that can do it in a couple of minutes. I happen to be one of them. But still, that doesn't mean you are going to do this. You are going to do it the long way, and you're going to learn how to do it. That's how the fuck you are going to do that. I was like, learn and understand. But now this is where we get into a little secret I'm going to share with you guys. This is an instructor secret. How many of you guys have ever done infield training with an instructor? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if any of you guys have done that. There's not many of you. All right. So for those of you guys that have done it, have you ever seen a situation where an instructor's sort of like, he's like, all right, watch this, I'm going to go and do something. And he goes up to this girl, and it's just like perfect. They're like, oh my God, how did he do that? That was so good. You guys ever seen that? He said, man, what's that magic? I'm going to let you into a secret. Nick's nodding because Nick knows I'm going to give it away. He's literally nodding. I'm sorry, it's happening. I'm giving it away, guys. This is how PUAs do it, right? What we do is we observe the girl first. So while the guy is standing here, I'm looking at her, and over his shoulder, I'm doing this. And I'm like, I'm seeing if she likes me. I'm just analyzing it over his shoulder. And I'm getting every sign I need that this chick actually likes me. Everything I need over the guy's shoulder. So then I go and do magic. The magic is just bypass the dudes so that me and the girl can talk to each other because she wants to. That's the magic. The magic, whenever a pickup artist just does it quickly, that's what they're doing. If you really want to screw them up, and I'm sorry to every pickup artist in the world, pick the girl. Watch what they do. Be like, that one. And don't let them look at her first. Be like, that one, just go. Just go. Don't look first. Go talk to her. They'll crap their pants. You're like, what, I can't get eye contact first? I got to go and tap her on the shoulder from behind? Fuck that. That's hard work, man. Yeah, pickup artists make life easy. I hung out with a guy, one of my instructors, one of the guys that taught me game a while ago, and he reminded me of something, and I'd forgotten about it.